practicing the truth with patterns inside of us is what enables us to be effective in patterns outside of us. Without health insurance, I could have easily been discouraged and given up. So first I had to meet the resistance in myself before I could do anything creative. So there are things that happen that bring up negative feelings and thoughts, right? And often we think something is wrong. Is it really a surprise that something is wrong? The world is full of untrue designs, and the control, most of the control is by fear, not love. So we're going to encounter a lot of things that are not true. In a way, we can expect that in the world as it is. But when we encounter something that seems untrue, it brings us a choice. We can complain and react, or we can transform it as a creator through the practice of truth. We practice truth through transforming the negative feelings and thoughts inside of us and by making new choices. So a common reaction to something untrue is for people to complain about it. And often people complain about it to people who can't really do anything creative about it. The creator's approach is bring your view to those who could do something creative about it. Yeah, so instead of thinking, I'm right and everybody else is wrong, ask what other people see. One person rarely sees the whole picture, and we may miss important reasons why things are the way they are. So practicing the truth requires us to take an honest look at ourselves. To look also at the reactions that come up and to reevaluate the situation from a new perspective. For example, is this attitude true to my spirit? Was I focusing on the negative? Admitting, the willingness to admit mistakes is a quality of truth. I've found that the strongest people find it very easy to admit their mistakes because they're always seeking a higher understanding of truth. So there are many patterns actually inside of us that need transforming through the practice of truth. Some of them are rather like the chairs we sit in. A pattern comes to us and we sit in it. How many of you know what a beanbag chair is? To me, so I see yes, you know. To me, disappointment is like a beanbag chair. It's a very soft cushion and you sink into it. And it's quite comfortable. So it's a very popular chair. And as you settle in, you sink further into the chair. And your energy drops even more to discouragement. There isn't anything I can do. I give up. Now, I want to distinguish between I give up, like that, and surrendering to life's higher will, which is something those who've attended our Art of Living seminars have heard me describe. Physically, it looks like this. So giving up is... But surrendering to life's higher will is like this. So surrendering to life's higher will takes strength and courage. But giving up is based in weakness and fear. And it leads further down to hopelessness and despair. So it's not a choice of truth. It's not an attitude that is true to our spirit. Another chair that's not as comfortable as the disappointment beanbag chair, but is still a very popular chair, is the frustration chair. And the frustration chair, when you sit in it, it's kind of hot. So you sit in the chair and you start cooking in that heat. And the frustration cooks to begin surfacing judgment. And the judgment cooks more, and it becomes self-righteousness. I'm right, everybody else is wrong. And frustration also, when it cooks more, it becomes hotter and hotter to anger, right? Well, probably you could think of lots of other chairs, but I just wanted to illustrate a couple. A few weeks ago, I really loved when Jae-hyun, who also speaks at our Sunday services, spoke about the ego world is ending and a new world is emerging. 진짜 동의합니다. You too? So we help bring this new world by letting the designs and controls of truth replace the designs of ego's making. And that requires that we honestly consider what is the truth in each situation. Does this choice serve ego or the whole? Is this design for love's purpose or my personal desires? So there are many things that happen in our lives that bring pressure, right? A creative way to look at pressure is it's also an opportunity for purification, to let what is untrue dissolve, and specifically to let our choices be replaced, our choices and methods be replaced with the designs and controls of truth. The world is entering a cycle of great purification, and if there are those who hold steady through the pressure, they become a vital part of the means by which the world is transformed. They become part of a core of truth that brings hope and healing to many others. Because only truth endures. What's untrue eventually dissolves. And as pressure increases, it brings pressure to bear to dissolve what is untrue. But what's true remains and actually shines even more brightly because there's less untruth obscuring. So each time a reactive pattern comes up in us, instead of playing out the same old recording that we may have done over and over again, it brings us an opportunity to make a new choice. A choice that is based in our highest understanding of truth. In other words, based in our highest understanding of the way things work creatively. We do not have to have the ultimate understanding of truth to grow in the direction of greater truth. If we make choices day by day based on our highest understanding of truth, it moves us in a direction of deeper, higher understanding of truth. And those new choices don't only heal us, but they're part of the means by which the world is also healed and transformed. I want to share a few things that the founder of what we teach in the Art of Living School had to say about this practice of truth. If the truth is going to make you free, you must consider the truth with respect to your present evaluation of every circumstance. Okay, got that? You must make new choices, take new attitudes and new approaches based on your best understanding of truth. And this quote I really love. I wish you could hear him say it. Every time you have an opportunity to react the wrong way, thank God. That likewise gives you the opportunity to express the right way. And if you are busy every day deliberately working to establish these new choices, new attitudes, letting the truth control every time anything comes up, no matter what it is, you are going through the process of being made free. As I said earlier, in my 20s when I encountered this, I realized this was a revolutionary understanding that could change me and the world. And it was very practical. It took me into the present moment, moment by moment. Recently, Eugen spoke about the fierceness we need to continue to awaken. And a video was made and posted on various things so many people could hear this. What is the essence of the fierceness that is needed to continue to awaken? It's the essence is to love and choose the highest truth we know moment by moment. That takes fierceness. So fear
네, 두려움.
tempts us to be weak, but instead we
근데
can
그 대신에
choose the strength and nobility of who we truly are.
우리
It's through practicing the truth that we continue to awaken. We transform patterns in ourselves and rampant in the world
네.
that block us from being who we truly are.
네.
And when we do that, we open a future of hope for the next generation. So the practice of truth is how we heal and transform ourselves, how we become free, and also how we heal and transform the world. And practicing the truth is something we do moment by moment, a living practice of truth. So a lot of people think that love is just anything, I love everything.
네, 많은
But if you try that for a while, you will see it doesn't bring life. Actually, it's not even really love. A lot of what we think is not love. Because love is inseparable from the truth. And
그렇습니다.
where people belong and how close they should be and when is all part of the truth.
네.
These are all elements of truth.
네.
And we can find ways to handle such challenges that also gives a huge gift of love to the person, but love based in truth.
네.
So, the others of you who commented, and hopefully others who didn't, I really appreciate that you see how vital our living practice of truth is. Because no matter what it is that we're facing, if we make our choices based on the highest understanding of truth that we now have, we will grow. And we will become more and more free. No matter what the situation is. You know, basically, many people in the world have given up. They think things have been this way and they will always be this. So what hope is there for the younger generation? That hope, really, for each of us, we can say, I am the hope for the next generation. Because I will open a path of greater truth that not only allows me to be free, but also allows you to live joyfully and freely. Yeah. So that is my prayer, that it's a leverage point. It's a very powerful leverage point to practice the truth. And don't let anybody tell you the situation is hopeless. It is not hopeless as long as you make a choice for the highest truth that you know. That will bring creative change, step by step. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
And Sarah.